Flight of Shadows. I never liked flying, and tonight was no exception. As I settled into my seat on the dimly lit airplane, a sense of unease washed over me. The flight attendants went through their routine, and the engines roared to life, drowning out my pounding heart. My eyes darted around the cabin, seeking distraction from my anxiety. It was a red-eye flight, and most passengers were dozing off. I envied their peaceful slumber as I clutched my armrest, knuckles turning white. The darkness outside seemed to swallow us whole, and I felt as though we were venturing into the realm of nightmares. Gradually, fatigue overpowered my fear, and my eyelids grew heavy. But just as I was about to surrender to sleep, I noticed a shadow on the opposite side of the cabin. It looked like a silhouette, but there was no one standing there. I blinked, attributing it to my imagination. I tried to sleep again, but an eerie feeling persisted. It was as though unseen eyes were watching me from the shadows. Each time I glanced over, the silhouette seemed closer, yet still indistinguishable. My pulse quickened, and I considered calling the flight attendant, but I didn't want to appear paranoid. As the flight continued, so did the unnerving presence. The silhouette now appeared to be a woman, her figure slightly contorted. She remained motionless, never sitting, never sleeping, just watching. I felt trapped in a terrifying illusion, and I couldn't escape her gaze. Trying to shake off my unease, I decided to visit the restroom. I needed to calm myself down. The airplane's narrow aisles felt suffocating, and I longed to escape the feeling of being watched. But as I passed the woman's seat, I couldn't resist a quick glance. To my horror, her eyes locked onto mine, a sinister smile forming on her pale face. I rushed to the restroom and splashed cold water on my face, hoping it would snap me out of this nightmare. But when I looked up into the mirror, I gasped. The woman from the cabin was standing right behind me, her unsettling smile inches away from my terrified expression. I spun around, but she was gone. Doubting my sanity, I returned to my seat and tried to regain composure. I closed my eyes, telling myself it was all a product of exhaustion and fear. Yet, when I opened them, the woman was in the seat beside mine, her face inches from mine. "Why are you running away?" she whispered, her voice a haunting melody of darkness. I screamed and pressed the call button, desperately needing someone else to witness what was happening. A flight attendant rushed over, concern etched on her face. "There's someone right there," I stammered, pointing to the seat beside me. But when I looked back, the woman had vanished again. The flight attendant assured me that no one was there, but she stayed with me, sensing my distress. I didn't sleep for the rest of the flight, my eyes fixed on the shadows, dreading the woman's return. When we finally landed, the other passengers disembarked, oblivious to the horror that had unfolded during the flight. I tried to shake off the memory, but I knew I would never forget the chilling encounter with the woman of shadows. Even now, whenever I see darkness, I can't help but feel her eyes on me, a constant reminder that some horrors lurk beyond the realms of reason and understanding.